Good evening, everyone. DSP here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Monday, the 27th of July, 2026. It was a day of variety. It was a day of fun. It was a day of chill vibes. It was a day of way less support. But considering how awesome yesterday went, particularly last night's Final Fantasy VI stream, number one, it was kind of expected, and number two, wasn't really a big deal. But we have a lot to talk about because if you didn't see the morning show, a lot has changed. Allow me to explain. Let's go. We started off today with the DSP Morning Show, where I recapped what an amazing night we had of Final Fantasy VI last night. So good that there was no way that I could even do all the content I was supposed to do. I was unable to open all those Pokemon cards that I owed you, and I explained that on that very stream right after the morning show, I would do a special edition of DSP Pack Rips where I would open those cards. But in addition, we talked about the schedule, where I decided to change the schedule for the week and that I would no longer be playing Halo Campaign Evolved because it sounds like it's not very good for people who are playing it. And I'm already, in so many playthroughs that I'd rather just focus on the games that we're playing and enjoying rather than jump into a new game at this point, especially one that I've already played before. And I also talked about how I'm increasing the frequency of Final Fantasy VI streams. We're going to play it 2 more times this week because people liked it so much, and I want to get a good chunk into the game while we have it nice and fresh in everyone's mind so people can keep following the story and enjoying rather than having to wait an entire week to watch 2 parts. You know what I'm saying? So, good morning show today. Then we jumped into DSP Pack Rips, and it was fun. We did 4 packs, 3 Ascended Heroes, and 1 Prismatic Evolutions, all the ultra rare high value packs. I hope you'll check out that episode. It is live on the channel. Then we played Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resync. Today we did a good variety of stuff, including taking over more forts, which opens up the map. It allows you to have more of the aquatic hunts, but also it allows you to start sending out your fleet on missions to do side quests and get a lot of extra profits and crafting materials. We did a lot of upgrades today. We actually upgraded the harpoon all the way up to maximum, which then allowed me to do the big whale hunt, which you needed to do for upgrades, and it was fun to do because this time I actually got it done. We also continued on with the Templar hunts. We did an entire Templar hunt quest line and got another one of the Templar keys. So it was about 2 hours, 45 minutes of gameplay. It was a lot of gameplay today and good progress. The thing is, with Black Flag Resync, the side quests are very interesting, and I want to do them as I encounter them. Not to say I'm going to do every single one, but there's been entire streams now we've done side stuff rather than story. And being that last time we did all story, I wanted to do side stuff this time, and it worked well. Crowd enjoyed it. Great stream. Then we did DSP Tries at Jollibee. There was a new sandwich, and I also tried their chicken nuggets. Without outright spoiling, actually the most disappointing visit to Jollibee I've ever had. Up to now, every time I went to Jollibee, I had a great time. This time, not so much. So if you want a surprising episode of DSP Tries It where Jollibee didn't turn out so well, check it out, okay? Now, support on this first stream, I'll be honest with everyone, it wasn't great. I think we made $80, okay? Which obviously, yeah, you want to do better than that. We didn't even qualify to open another pack of cards after the ones that we had already opened that I owed from the night before. But the thing is, the night before had done so well, and quite frankly, I think some of the people who had been there the night before weren't going to contribute again the next day when they supported so much for Final Fantasy VI. So again, I wasn't disappointed. I wasn't upset. I was like, I get it. It's fine. It's a daytime stream where we weren't going to get a lot. It's okay. Hopefully we bounce back next time we play Assassin's Creed. Okay? Tonight's late stream was something completely different. Tonight, I wanted to check out the 4 original Xbox games, which were just shadow dropped onto the Xbox for PC app. These games now are available for Xbox Game Pass subscribers or for a small fee. For example, I think the most expensive one is $8, but one of them is like $2 or $3. So it's 4 original Xbox games. It's Blinx, The Time Sweeper, Fusion Frenzy, Crimson Skies, Conquer, Live, and Reloaded. Very different kinds of game. Blink is a classic platformer. Blinx. Fusion Frenzy is a party-style game. Crimson Skies is a game where you fly a biplane around and shoot things in a futuristic setting. And Conker's Bad Fur Day is essentially a parody of 90s collectathon platformers that's very adult-oriented, adult humor and stuff, okay? So we've tried all 4 of these games on the stream. For the record, I did not record, but I'm leaving the stream archive live. So you can just check the stream archive at your own leisure. It's already live on the channel. Give it a look. See if you're interested in these games. So general feedback. Graphics, quite good. Seeing these games in 4K, notably, I would argue, Conquer looks like a modern game in a lot of ways. I was blown away at how these games look upscaled to 4K. They don't really have many other improvements. All they have is like 4K resolution, anti-aliasing, VSync enabled, and maybe one other thing. Everything else is basically the same as the original games. And one disappointment, no online connectivity. Conquer had multiplayer. It doesn't anymore. That's a disappointment, okay? But to be able to play these games for just a few bucks or free if you have Game Pass, and to see that little blast from the past, that walk down memory lane, people were like vibing. They were like, oh man, Fusion Frenzy. I used to play this all the time on Xbox with my friends. They were liking that. For me, I had never played the first, well, I had played Blinks in 2021. They made Blinks backwards compatible on Xbox Series X, and I had played it for like a half an hour. We did the same exact thing tonight, and I was like, wait, I think I remember this game, and everyone's like, oh, yeah, you did play this on the Xbox Series X a few years ago. So it was basically just doing the same thing now with better graphics. I had never played Fusion Frenzy or Crimson Skies before. Those were my first time experiences. I think Fusion Frenzy is a fine party game. Crimson Skies legit seems like a good game. Like you're flying a biplane around, you're doing different kinds of missions. Like sometimes you're shooting down targets. Sometimes you're fighting other fighters. Sometimes you're doing a challenge run, speed run, right? Like a race. Pretty neat. And the controls worked well. I was like, oh, it's not bad at all. Conquer I've already played. It's basically Conquer's Bad Fur Day, but this is the version that I guess they remixed it a bit and did some tweaks and made it a little better. So that's the one I actually played many years ago, but that was before I was even doing direct capture. So now, obviously, direct capture, everything is very different. Some people were like, oh, would you play the whole game? And I'm like, well, here's the thing. Here's how the stream did. A lot of people showed up at the beginning, started watching me play Blinks and Fusion Frenzy. I started playing Crimson Skies. I noticed people started to get bored. There was a drop-off. People started leaving. Notably, the first hour, I made $100. I was like, wow, I'm shocked. I didn't even think I would make $100 tonight on the Xbox stream. Then guess how many contributions I got after the first hour? Exactly. So basically, people got bored. And that might be the problem with these older games is initially there's a little bit of curiosity. Everyone wants to see what they are. But as soon as you see what they are, oh, okay, I remember that game. That's it. So would I ever go back and do a full playthrough of any of these games? Likely not. But it was nice for a one-off stream. I'm grateful that I made $100 in 2 hours. And I explained to everyone, we'll carry over, because whenever I make $100, that's a pack of cards that I open, right? But I'm never going to do an episode of DSP Pack Rips for just one pack. Never. That'd be way too short and boring. So I said to everyone, let's save it for tomorrow. And I had an announcement to make. And I'll tell you the announcement in a second. So overall, I think the games run great. The one negative, they run at 30 frames per second. None of them run above a higher frame rate. I wish they would. But outside of that, they look great. They play great. Great games. Enjoy the archive stream. Like I said, I'll leave it as an archive on the channel, not separate uploads. Enjoy, okay? One quick thing, and then tomorrow. One weird thing happened today, and I'm just curious if any of you out there can help explain or figure this one out. Just listen to this. Earlier today, I went to upload all my videos after the first stream. I was uploading everything normally. Everything's fine. I go to upload the DSP Pack Rips video from the first stream. I drag it into the upload browser that YouTube has to upload. My PC turned off. Huh? Okay. I manually went over there and turned it back on, booted everything up again, got everything set up again, started uploading again. Everything's working. One video, still uploading properly. I go to upload that exact same video again. My PC turned off again. It happened 3 times. After the 3rd time, I said, I'm not going to try it again. Something's going on. Now, I looked online for like a reason why. There could be tons of reasons why. Could be a corrupted file. Could be something to do with power. But the problem is it's only that video, and that video plays in my video player and was able to be put into my video editor and edited fine. So how could it be a corrupted video? You might say, well, maybe it's a power issue. Why would there be a power issue that only affects my power supply when I'm only uploading one specific video to YouTube and nothing else? I am completely confused. I don't know. I couldn't find any real explanation online. I asked the late stream. No one really knew then. I'm confused. If anyone has any ideas of what it could be, I just hope it's not a sign that maybe my power supply is dying, because I gave up. And what I did is I ran the video through a video editor to encode it at a different file type, right? Then I went to upload it, worked perfectly fine. And for the record, every other video that I uploaded earlier today, uploaded perfectly fine. Just this one video. So I really don't get it. I hope it's not a power supply issue. Last thing I want is to have to buy a new power supply and figure out how to not only install it, but manually hook up everything in that PC to it. Because I know, with the graphics card, everything, you got special hookups and stuff. Oh, I hope not. I hope that the power supply is okay, seriously. Anyway, if you have ideas, let me know. Leave a comment or talk to me tomorrow on stream because I'm all ears. I don't know what happened there. Okay, here's the deal. Tomorrow, DSP Morning Show and Dark Souls 2 continues. We're going to continue on with the Doors of Pharos optional direction and exploring it. But also, we got to now go to the King's area. Remember, we beat all 4 of the big bosses. So now the door opens. You go to the King's area and we make progress there. Also, I owe you guys a pack of cards. And here's the deal. If all goes according to plan, which I knock on wood, because last time I said this last week, the Final Fantasy box of cards that was supposed to be coming got lost. So let's hope that doesn't happen again. But if all goes according to plan, I'm getting a box of one-piece trading cards tomorrow. First box I've ever had of this or ever tried. I don't know what they're going to look like. I don't know what the set's like, if you're going to like them, if I'm going to like them, but they're coming tomorrow. So if they come, maybe we open those instead. Instead of keep going with Pitch Black with Pokemon right now, put that back on the shelf again, and now do One Piece. I think that'd be neat. So I owe you a pack. Hopefully people will come and support Dark Souls. If we get support, we'll open multiple packs. Let's try out One Piece for the first time ever on tomorrow's first stream, okay? Tomorrow night, more Final Fantasy VI. Now, I explained this on the early stream. I'm just going to say it in a nutshell. Final Fantasy VI's playthrough is going to get completely claimed on YouTube for the soundtrack. For some reason, the people who own the rights to the soundtrack loaded it onto YouTube, and it all gets content ID matched. That means I make nothing whatsoever on any of the videos of Final Fantasy VI. Zero. So all your views when you're watching on demand, I don't get paid for any of it. Someone else is getting the revenue, not me. So if you like Final Fantasy VI, please do one of two things. Show up to the streams and support those streams. Make them big streams so that way it's viable to do. Or leave me a tip. You can leave me a tip literally at any time via PayPal. The link's in the description of every video and every stream. If you're watching on demand, you can leave a tip. Say, this is for Final Fantasy VI. Sorry it got claimed. I want to support it. There you go. Or just show up to any live stream and support it, okay? Let's make Final Fantasy VI great tomorrow night. Let's open some packs. Let's have a great day tomorrow, okay, everyone? Thank you so much. Have a good night. See you tomorrow. Peace out.